We have long lived under the shadow of a single unchanging economic truth. For decades, we were taught a simple formula for success. Work hard, receive your salary, minimize your spending, and use every spare penny to buy traditional assets. This was the golden rule, the path to financial freedom that seemed set in stone. The most iconic representation of this philosophy is found in the classic book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In that book, Robert Kiyosaki presents a very clear and compelling example that has shaped the minds of millions. Imagine two different people on the day they receive their monthly paycheck. The first person, driven by a desire for the latest technology and social status, goes out and buys the newest, most expensive smartphone on the market. The second person, disciplined and focused on the future, takes that same amount of money and buys a single share of a high-quality dividend-paying stock. The book argues with absolute certainty that 10 years later, their lives will be on completely different trajectories. The logic was simple and at the time seemingly bulletproof. The smartphone buyer is left with nothing but a piece of obsolete, worthless electronic junk. The money they spent is gone, forever, swallowed by the black hole of consumerism. On the other hand, the person who bought the dividend stock has seen their investment grow. They have received regular payments, experienced the magic of compound interest, and now own a piece of a productive company that continues to generate wealth. This comparison was the ultimate lesson. In the difference between an asset and a liability, it taught us that consumption is a trap, and that traditional investing is the only way out. For the era in which Robert Kiyosaki was raised, and for the world in which he wrote that book, this was the absolute truth. It was the correct answer for that time. But we must ask ourselves a critical question. Does that same answer still hold true in the world we live in today? I believe we are witnessing a fundamental shift in the very fabric of our economy. The old formulas are beginning to crack under the weight of a new reality. We are living in an age where the definitions of asset and liability are being rewritten every single day. The world that produced the rich dad philosophy was a world of physical borders, limited information, and centralized production. Today, we live in a world of digital networks, infinite information, and decentralized creativity. Let's re-examine that smartphone buyer through a modern lens. In the past, buying a phone was purely an act of consumption. You used it to talk, you used it to text, and eventually you threw it away. It was a tool for communication, not a tool for creation. But look at the device in your hand right now. It is no longer just a phone. It is a high-resolution film studio. It is a powerful editing suite. It is a global broadcasting station that can reach billions of people instantly. It is a gateway to the most valuable currency of the 21st century human attention. Imagine a person who buys the latest smartphone not to show it off, but to use it as a weapon of creation. This person is a reviewer, a storyteller, a teacher, or a critic. Every time they unbox a new device, every time they test a new feature, they are creating something that did not exist before. They are producing content. In the old economy, production required a factory, a workforce, and massive capital. In the new economy, production requires a smartphone, an internet connection, and a unique perspective. While the traditional investor is waiting for a small percentage of growth from their dividend stock, the creator is building a digital empire. Each video they upload is a digital asset that works for them, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. These videos do not depreciate like the physical phone does. Instead, they accumulate views, they build trust, and they attract a community. This community, this audience, is an asset. Far more liquid and far more powerful than a few shares of a traditional company. Think about the leverage involved here. A dividend stock might give you a steady return, but it is a linear growth. It is predictable and slow. However, the growth of a personal brand and a content platform is exponential. One viral video can generate more revenue and more opportunities in a single week than a decade of dividends. A creator with a loyal following can launch businesses, sell products, and influence entire industries. They have transformed a supposed liability, a smartphone, into a high-leverage production tool. This is the hidden truth that the old economic textbooks didn't see coming. They assumed that consumption and production were two different things. They thought you were either a consumer or a producer. But in the modern world, the most successful people are those who use their consumption as a fuel for their production. They buy the tools of the trade, even if those tools look like consumer goods to the untrained eye. We must also consider the risks. The traditional path of saving and investing in the stock market is often sold as safe, but is it really? In a world of rapid technological disruption and economic instability, relying solely on the performance of external companies can be a gamble. You have no control over the management, the market trends, or the global events that affect those stocks. You are a passive observer of your own wealth. In contrast, investing in your own ability to create value is the ultimate form of security. When you build an audience, when you learn to master the tools of the modern age, you are building an asset that no one can take away from you. Even if the platforms change, even if the technology evolves, the skill of capturing attention and providing value remains. This is active wealth creation. This is taking control of your own economic destiny. So, where does this leave us? Does it mean we should stop investing in stocks and start buying every new gadget that comes out? Absolutely not. The point is not to replace one rigid rule with another. The point is to develop the wisdom to see beyond the rules. The real danger is not in buying a phone. The real danger is in having a fixed mindset. The people who are struggling today are often the ones who are still trying to solve modern problems with ancient answers. They are the ones who look at a young person making a living on social media and see it as a fluke or a waste of time. They are the ones who still believe that the only real way to make money is through a traditional job and a traditional savings account. They are blinded by the right answers of the past. But the world does not reward those who follow old maps to find new lands. The world rewards those who can sense the changing wind and adjust their sails accordingly. We must realize that what was a correct answer 40 years ago might be a wrong answer today. The definition of a smart investment has shifted. It has moved from the purely financial to the intellectual and the social. If you use a new smartphone to learn a new skill, to document your journey, to teach others, or to build a business, then that smartphone is the best investment you could ever make. It is a portal to a world of infinite possibility. But if you buy that same phone just to scroll through other people's lives and waste your time, then it remains exactly what the old book said. It was a liability and a drain on your future. The difference is not in the object itself. The difference is in the person holding it. This is the ultimate evolution of the rich dad philosophy. It's no longer just about what you buy. It's about what you do with what you buy. We are living in the age of the prosumer, the producer-consumer. We have the power to turn our expenses into investments and our hobbies into businesses. In conclusion, let us stop looking for a single, permanent answer to the question of how to build a good life. There is no secret formula that works forever. The only constant is change. The answers that served our parents and grandparents were perfect for their world. But we live in a different one. We must be brave enough to question the conventional wisdom. We must be willing to see beauty in the tools of the present and potential in the platforms of the future. The ultimate lesson of our time is this: the past answers are not the present answers. To thrive in this new era, you must be flexible, you must be creative, and you must be willing to redefine your own path. Whether you choose to buy a stock or a smartphone, do it with a clear vision of how it serves your growth. Don't just follow the crowd and don't just follow the old books. Look at the world as it is today, not as it was yesterday. Your future is not written in a textbook. It is written by the choices you make with the tools in your hand. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the changing world of wealth. The journey to freedom is no longer a straight line, but for those who are willing to adapt, the rewards have never been greater. Keep creating, keep questioning, and keep moving forward.